Salutations, loyal viewer. I am the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Ron Burgundy. Now today, we here at the Farmhouse News team are going to be talking about our wonderful fraternity, established back in 1949 here on the Colorado State University campus, with the motive of building men.
They call me the Bride Man. I know what you're thinking. I got a name for members who don't do their chore. I call them scumbags. We gotta keep the house clean and nice, presentable for the ladies.
Champ here. All about having fun at Farmhouse, so I'm in charge of IMs. You know, we got backyard football games, volleyball matches. It's all about having a good time.
Hello, I'm Brick Tamlin. People seem to like me because I'm polite and rarely late. As community service chair, I really enjoy serving the community.
Baxter, my good friend, how are we doing today? Really? A whole wheel of cheese? You know, I'm not even mad. That's just downright impressive. Well, you know, you should be doing something more productive with your day, though, I will say that. What is there to do? Well, there's so many things. You know, for example, we have our To Be and Become conference where we have first and second year members who are aspiring leaders in the chapter who go and learn how to better serve our organization. We also have our regional leadership conference where chapters from all around the nation and even into Canada come and meet to mingle with one another and talk about what it is that makes their chapters so phenomenal and like ideas away for their own. And even a trip called The Journey, which allows our members to go to Honduras and build houses as community service for a great opportunity to learn about the whole world in a greater scope and perspective. Yeah, it is pretty great, isn't it? Well, let me tell you, I'm going on a camping trip this weekend, but I will look forward to seeing you as soon as I get back.
3 days later.
I just went on a camping trip or treat for Farmhouse Fraternity and experienced so much brotherhood!
What was it like?
Well, brotherhood, it's kind of hard to explain.
I felt brotherhood once.
Really? What was his name?
I don't remember.
Well, that's not a great start, but continue.
Well, it was in the 3rd grade, and he broke my crayon, and I cried.
Ryan, I don't think that's brotherhood.
Dang it.
I have brotherhood with chair. I have brotherhood with carpet.
Are you just pointing at things, Brick, and saying that you have brotherhood with them?
I have brotherhood with lamp. I have brotherhood with lamp.
Oh, okay. Well, do y'all want to really know what brotherhood's like?
More than anything in the world, Ron.
Well, it's kind of like, as I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down to the river to pray.
I think I get it now. I think I do.
Down to the river to pray.
Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, Fort Collins. I am Ron Burgundy, here at Farmhouse Fraternity News. This past week, we interviewed the Director of Scholarship for Farmhouse Fraternity, David McKinney. Here's that clip. This evening, we have a very special guest with us, the Director of Scholarship for Farmhouse Fraternity, Mr. David McKinney. Now, David, when I think about scholarship, I often think about my father and what he used to tell me when I was just a wee little lad. He told me that if I didn't get A's, I'd have to sleep out in the doghouse with our great Pyrenees, Rocky. And let me tell you, I spent more than my fair share of nights out in that house with that dog. But regardless of how big he was and how much space he took up, my gosh, I tell you, that fur kept me warm on even the coldest winter nights. So my question to you, David, is what are you doing to ensure that the brothers of Farmhouse Fraternity are accountable for their grades?
Yes, Ron. Well, last semester we were actually struggling pretty bad with grades. This semester we actually instituted several programs that are actually getting grades back up. One of them is accountability buddies. And basically what that means is that a man who's not achieving well is being paired with a man that is achieving well in the same program. And they're keeping one another accountable, keeping them going to classes, making sure they're doing homework, and making sure that they're really taking time to study.
Accountability buddies. You know, that just sounds amazing. Absolutely superb and phenomenal. Also in the news tonight, folks, the FarmHouse Fraternity philanthropy Totally Baldacious raised $4,100 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Now let me tell you, I haven't seen a check that big since the steak I purchased last night at the Sunday Lubick Steakhouse. Next up, we're going to Brian to talk about housing in the FarmHouse Fraternity. Brian?
Brian Fantana here on site of FarmHouse. As of this semester, there are 26 in-house members. And on top of that, we are the official break ground of Panhellenic recruitment. Ain't that just the bee's knees, Ron?
Thank you, Brian, for that insight you provided us on life inside the FarmHouse Fraternity House. We'll now turn it over to Brick for community service. Brick?
Thank you, Ron. This past weekend, we helped with fall cleanup, where we assisted in collecting and depositing all of the bags of leaves that were filled the previous day. Through this event, cleaning up Arapahoe Bend Nature Trail, assisting with Ag Day, and other various community service events and philanthropies, we're nearing a total of 900 hours of service over the summer and this semester. Back to you, Ron.
Thank you, Brick, for those updates on our community service hours. Well, folks, that's all from us here tonight at FarmHouse Fraternity News. I'm Ron Burgundy. Stay classy, Fort Collins.